some Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on the beat. Show 'em the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good, she like
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
Right back to him on first down. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Chicago! Dylan Sampson with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Bears need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Go ahead.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
44. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Tua. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? What's that? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game you're playing on Thursday night, guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
The Dolphins at 7-5 now in a year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, shot. Ready, team.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offense.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
To throw, Williams. He sets to fire deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The end result, 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
44. Ready. Ready.
And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll swing this out to Sampson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
23 yards. That's another Bears first down.
Here's Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Sampson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Dylan Sampson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to sim this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Bears.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air, Williams. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Colston Loveland from 10 yards out. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Connor, long. Good. Come on, two. Watch twins. Watch twins. I got him. On me.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun, it's Tua. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get set. 18.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
At the 30-yard line.
Out.
On play action, here's Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check. 18.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Tua to throw again. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Bears 4-yard line.
All right, go ahead.
for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
44. Ready.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Dolphins 21.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
154 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2 yards to go, second down. Play action. Now Williams. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Williams. Pass caught by Burden. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Luther Burden from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the
Williams going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Bears 35. Dolphins.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready. Hey, 21 T8. Long. 21G, 21G.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They're right here. What's it? Out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, is incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Tua going to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw, Williams. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Williams. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. On play action, here's Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Williams going to look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll swing this out to Sampson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll go. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
42. Dolphins 28. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 with the 36. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
44.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
20 TX.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Get set.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, get set. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On play action, here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 21 TA. Watson, Oscar. Solo left Zion.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tua to throw again. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This is 3rd and goal. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Ready.
Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. There he goes again. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, Chicago! Dylan Sampson with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Yeah, they'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
He's got this complete to Burden. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
13 yards on the play. And the Bears, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
To the air, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Luther Burden, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The extra point try now for Moody. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 56, Dolphins 28. Jake Moody.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Past midfield, look out. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Hey. Let's go. I got you, baby. I got you. Out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the